the plight of the Palestinian people. I'm glad to be with you again. I remember upon the invasion of Lebanon a couple of years ago, I was here, and I think just about all of you were here, because of the evil that was being perpetrated upon innocent people then, and we're back again. But I mention that event because I do think there was a turning point there in world opinion, as Israel, by their repeated actions, condemned themselves. Since then, we've had the incident with the Australian passports and the assassination just recently, and now the murder of innocent people. The world is gradually growing sick and tired of the murder and villainy of the Israeli regime. We are those who care. The ones in high places in the US and Australia, we still need to get the message through, and that's what this evening is about. Tactic. You remember the village that they massacred the men, women and children as they exterminated people in their quest to claim that Palestinian land back in 1948. Why did they pick one village to exterminate every person? Because if you were in the next village or the next village, were you going to stay there? No, you were going to flee. They did it as a deterrent. They picked a few hundred innocent souls and slaughtered them as a deterrent to the others in that place. So why launch their commandos on this ship with their machine guns, with the masks over their faces, ready to shoot? Why did they do that? They knew what they were in for. They knew there would be a slaughter. Why? Because they know they want to act as a deterrent to the others trying desperately to get wheelchairs and medical supplies and food and vital technical equipment to the Palestinians in that concentration camp that is called Gaza. It is called murder. It is called piracy. And these are not just my words, but those of respected international spokespeople like the Turkish Prime Minister, like the British Foreign Minister, like leading politicians and leaders of non-government organisations around the world. Let's look at what happened exactly. The Israeli propaganda machine had to work into overdrive to counter this iniquity which was so obvious on the face of it. So they had to come up with stories like machine guns being ripped out of the arms of Israeli commandos. Can you imagine that? People trained to kill for years and years and practicing their killing with machine guns, having peace activists take them out of their arms? I don't think so. It's incredible. And today I saw a photograph this is published by the Israeli authorities, of the weapons used by the peace activists. They had them spread out, all of the weapons, all of the knives, the sharp instruments. You know what there were? There were 13 kitchen knives. There were 2 screwdrivers. There were 4 pocket knives and 1 knife with a curved blade. These were all the people, hundreds of people on that ship had, and yet they were not there as weapons, quite obviously. It's actually surprising that 600 people on that ship could have their food and have their meals with as few knives as that. It is absolutely incredible that the Israelis expect us and the Australian and American governments to believe that their act was one of self-defense. It's absolutely incredible. Of compassion alive for the Palestinians. We will continue to remember their suffering in Gaza, and there will be braver souls than us here who continue to go on the boats, continue to go through the tunnels to bring medical supplies and food to those people stuck in that concentration camp we call Gaza. So we do our part by trying to keep the light alive and to get the message through to our Australian government that Israel's actions are absolutely unforgivable. Thank you.
Tonight.